believe that there is something up there, but I just don't know anymore.
Gotcha. But think about that, right?
I believe that there's a God though, but I just don't know anymore. But I was raised a Catholic.
I got you.
Yeah.
At least.
But I still want my son to believe in
It's
God.
yours, but it's really
This
cool.
is for my son actually. His dad has started making more time to teach him about the religion.
Nice.
And he's now interested, and now he's saying he's not Catholic no more, he's Muslim. But like, you know, to convert to Muslim, you have to do things. You can't just say you're Muslim. So this will be the first start, won't it?
Yeah, so your son, here's a Quran for him, that's great.
Yeah.
But just for yourself, you do believe there's one God, right? A greater power that created us.
I believe that there's a God,
Okay, good.
I just
Well,
don't know if it's the God that I was raised to believe in.
Right, in the Catholic religion, for example, where you were raised, they believe there's a Trinity, right? That God is three, right?
Yeah, mother.
But that doesn't really make sense, right? I mean, if the mother is being worshipped and the Holy Ghost is being worshipped, who did Jesus worship? Did he worship himself, right?
Exactly, it's a bit debatable, isn't it?
doesn't make sense.
You question every religion though. For me, I question every religion.
You should. In Islam, we believe there's one creator. He's not a man, he's not a woman, doesn't have wife, doesn't have kids. He's above all that, right?
Yeah.
He is the one that's always been there, would always be there. He didn't just make us, he created everything. He doesn't kill his son. If he wants to forgive mankind, he forgives. He's that merciful. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
Okay, good. I mean, I'm open to anybody questioning, but it's always good to think through things, right? Now that God created us, we didn't come by ourselves. I mean, we're way complicated, how eyes and ears, more complicated than any computer, all of that, right? But then God would give us some kind of guidance, right? Like if you buy a phone, it comes with some instructions, right? If you buy a laptop, it comes with a little booklet, what to do, what not to do, hazards and all that, right?
Yeah.
So it only makes sense that a great intelligent creator would design something so complex as you, so perfect in balance, liver, kidney, heart, functions, amazing, right? But then he would give us some kind of instructions like, okay, don't kill, don't steal, don't drink, don't do this, right? Makes sense. And that instructions, and I'm sure you would agree, would be in the sense of prophets that would come. They were from humans, so they could engage with us, and they would bring that message, like Moses, Abraham, Jesus, Muhammad, peace be upon all of them. Their message was the same. Worship one God. Don't worship idols. Idols didn't make you, right? Don't kill each other. Don't rape. Don't steal. Live a good life. Live healthy, right? That makes sense. But what happens is people come and change it up.
Yeah,
right?
their interpretation of it.
Exactly.
Of course, that's why there's so many different religions now.
So if you look at Jesus, he would put his forehead on the ground and pray, right? But Christians today, they pray to Jesus instead of praying to the God that Jesus prayed to.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing, isn't it?
Right? Wouldn't it make sense to worship the God that Jesus worshipped? Right?
Wasn't Jesus man though?
Of course he was.
Yeah, exactly. So how can you worship? Anyways, we're not going to get into
I
this because
agree.
it's cold and everything.
But that's
why
great.
I don't practice my religion so much. I'd rather not.
But you have the Muslim belief already. You just said Jesus was a man.
My son's dad was Muslim, and I was with him for 13 years.
Wow.
So obviously I learned a little bit about his culture.
Yeah.
We learned about each other.
Forget his culture.
No, but he's Muslim.
But
so
your belief is there's one God.
I believe that there's
Jesus was a man.
Yes,
right?
of course.
He brought a message. He was a good man.
Yes.
Who came to guide people towards the one God.
Yes.
You're Muslim.
No, I'm not Muslim.
Yeah, you are. That's the Muslim belief.
I believe in something.
Okay, so you believe in one God.
I believe that there is a God.
And you believe Jesus, Muhammad, Abraham were not gods, they were prophets.
They're prophets, yeah, they were brought, yes. Yeah.
You are Muslim.
No, because the Bible.
How are you not?
The Bible and Islam, we believe in similar things.
No.
Similar.
The Bible doesn't say that Jesus was as what you're saying.
He was the Son of God, but he was still flesh, yeah?
Okay,
He was
so
flesh.
now let's take it back as Son of God.
Yes.
Do you mean literally like God had...
No, that's what they say in the Bible.
But that's
but
wrong,
he came
right?
down onto earth with blood and a heart
right,
and everything.
but the Bible calls many people sons. That doesn't mean they're physical kids of God, right?
But you know, if we go into the Bible, it actually contradicts everything. It
Yes.
contradicts itself.
You're right. You're Muslim.
No, I'm not.
You're Muslim.
I believe in
Look,
something.
if you say the Bible contradicts, you don't believe Jesus is God, you believe he was a man, he believed he was a prophet, you're Muslim.
You're funny.
No, I'm serious. Okay, what's the difference between your belief and a Muslim belief?
My good friend, who I was with yesterday, she said you can't just be Muslim. You have to do these 5 things.
Okay, look.
Something like
the
that.
First thing.
She said that my son is just a believer now.
No, she's wrong.
No.
Let me tell you. First thing to be a Muslim is you say the Shahada.
Yeah.
Right? You profess.
So
you say, I believe that there is only one God worthy of worship. I testify to that. And I testify that Muhammad is a messenger and slave, not a God, but a messenger, right? Once you say that, you're Muslim. When you become Muslim, then yes, we need to pray, fast, give the charity, go for Hajj if you can, fast Ramadan. Those are things we do, but the belief is the first thing. So you have the belief. You just told me there's only one God. You just told me Jesus was a man, a prophet sent to guide. Muhammad was a prophet. Abraham was a prophet to guide people, but they're not gods, right? So you're not Catholic, you're not Christian. You believe the Bible has contradictions.
I don't believe I'm anything anymore, but I would like to believe that there
let me
is a
ask
God.
you this. What is the difference between your belief and my belief as a Muslim? I believe there's only one God. I believe Jesus and Muhammad were prophets.
No, you're right. You are right.
So that means your belief is that of a Muslim.
For me, I'll leave it on this note. When my mum died nearly 10 years ago, I lost my faith in everything.
Gotcha.
Okay, but I got to believe in something because I've got to teach my son that there is something other than this just sad world.
Exactly. But now, today, you do believe there is a God, a higher power that created
but
us.
every now and then I still question it.
Look, the devil whispers in everybody's ear to make us question. But just think about this. Look at how complex your body is. Look at how detail-oriented.
No, I do believe that something had to create this place. I don't believe it was science.
There
I
you
don't
go.
believe that.
Science only observes things. Science doesn't create. Allah creates, right? When you pray, everybody lives and dies. You can't pray and be like, my mom should never die. That's life. But when you pray, there is a creator that listens to your prayer. How many times in life were you been in hardship?
When you see people suffering,
Of course.
you see loads of people suffering, then you question your faith.
But no,
and
you
that's what
shouldn't.
happens.
Let me tell you. In this world, we're going to suffer. In this world, we're going to be tested. This isn't the end. The end is the hereafter, right? When you were born, did you get a guarantee that you will never see a hard day?
That is what I question.
What?
That is what I question. What you just said there,
said
that
why?
is what I question.
Think about this, right?
I find it hard to believe. I want to though, because I want to teach my son that there's something after this.
So let's talk about it. Go ahead. What do you find hard to believe?
I find it hard to believe that after this, that you don't just go into the ground and you don't die.
Now think
but
about
that
it.
is since my mom died.
But let me tell you, okay? Now, before you were born in this world, were you in the womb of the mother?
Probably.
Right? I'm assuming, right? Like you've had a child, so there's a time that your son was in your stomach, like in your womb, right? At that time, could that son imagine a world like this with glass and trees and people? He couldn't. But the world existed, right? Just because you couldn't see it doesn't mean it didn't exist. And if a prophet, for example, from this world came into the womb, just an example, and told that fetus that someday you will die from this life. In 9 months, this life will finish. Right now you have liquids in your lungs, you will go into the world, you will breathe. Right now, you get fed through a tube, you will eat with your mouth. It would be very hard to imagine. Right now it's only 9-month life, we're going to live 70, 80, 100 years, right? So just like that, when a prophet tells us about the hereafter, it is difficult. But those prophets have miracles. The Quran is a miracle. The splitting of the moon of the prophet is a miracle.
I was raised, my mom was very holy, right, Irish woman, and I was raised in a Catholic school. And even every lesson I would have as a child to an adult, I questioned everything.
Good.
So no, but I questioned every religion. I'm just
Good.
like one of these ones where I try and...
Good.
Yeah.
In Islam, we don't believe in blind faith. Question, ask, think, use your brain. But that's how you will get to be a Muslim. See, now think about this. If this life was it, then that life in the stomach would not have been there. That was one stage of existence. Before that, you were a soul, right? You know, when somebody dies, they still have a body. What's missing? You still have an eye, you still have a heart, you still have a brain.
That a couple of pounds go missing because your soul leaves.
There you go, right? So when you die, the soul goes. The body has everything.
But this is also debatable because science tries to say that this is not true.
Okay, so now science can then tell us.
But then if you weigh the body before and after death, it changes.
You've already answered it.
No, I know.
So you believe there is a soul, right?
Of course.
Right. So if you believe there is a soul,
taught me a lot about that part.
if you believe there is a soul, then that means when your physical body dies, your soul goes on.
I would like to believe that.
That's the belief.
But for me, it's hard.
Why?
I don't know. I just was a
Now
pessimistic person.
think back to the womb of the mother.
Yeah.
Right? If that child says, it's hard for me to believe this world exists,
Yes.
does that mean the world didn't exist?
No.
It did. Just like that, heaven exists, hell exists, the day of judgment will come, death will come, whether you believe in it or not. But now the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he couldn't read or write, right? The book that you have, how could he come up with a book that for 1400 years nobody's been able to challenge? How can he know about salt water and seawater touching and not mixing? How could he know about the planetary bodies being in an orbit? How could he know about the past that he didn't know about?
It does get your mind thinking, doesn't it? It does. It does.
Do you know about the splitting of the moon? In the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him, I have a video. My name is Uthman ibn Farouk.
I was going to ask you what your name is. What's it?
Uthman.
Uthman.
Yeah.
I'm Kate.
Nice to meet you, Kate. Uthman. Uthman.
Okay.
Ibn, IBN, Farooq. You can look it up with moon splitting. I have a video which talks about this miracle that was witnessed by tons of people.
Do you have a pen and paper, or can you write it on? I just broke my phone. I'm not going to remember
no
that.
problem. I'll write it down for you on the Quran. But you do believe there's one creator, and you believe that people should not worship anything else, right?
No role, no idols, no singers.
No idols, no British
idols.
idols.
That's the same as my commandment. We was taught the same as you.
But
not to worship anyone
Catholics worship saints.
It's a bit debatable, but
But they do worship. I used to go to a Catholic church, so I know.
I get that,
right?
but I never did.
You
like
did
my mum,
because your fitra, your inner was Muslim to begin with.
I don't know. My mum, she worshipped St. Patrick.
Yeah,
even though
St. Patrick is one of them.
He's not the saint of Ireland.
And what do the 10 Commandments say?
Yeah, don't worship humans. Yeah, it's so contradicting, right?
Exactly.
But when you're a
But
child,
Islam
you
is
don't
not.
think about this. When you become an adult, then you're like, hold on a minute, my mum taught me this, but this doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
This makes sense.
But Islam makes sense.
Yeah, so this is why my son's dad is teaching him. I can't teach him a religion now.
You can, because you're going to learn it.
To be honest, right now, I'm not in the right mental space to do it. One day maybe, but right now, no.
Listen, when you have the hardest time, that's the best time to turn to God. If your mental state isn't good, then this is the time to turn to fix it. When you submit yourself to your Creator, I swear by Allah, I swear by God, that when you submit, Allah will make the way easy for you. Allah will guide you. Allah will make every hardship easy for you. But this is the time that you need to submit yourself to your Creator.
And how do you do that then?
Easy. First thing we say, we do a witness saying that I bear witness that nobody should be worshipped except one God. Yeah. And I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. Yeah. That I'm going to give you a Quran, we're going to give you some resources, you're going to read up, you're going to ask questions. Question everything.
Yeah, I do.
We want you to.
Without
right?
a doubt, you know I will.
But the first step is the Shahada.
Okay.
You ready?
No, I don't know what it is. Tell me.
Okay, I'm going to say it. I'll say it in English. You say it with me, okay? I bear witness.
I bear witness.
There is none worthy of worship.
There is none worthy of worship.
Except Allah.
Except Allah.
And I bear witness.
And I bear witness.
That Muhammad.
That Muhammad.
Is the servant.
Is the servant.
And messenger of Allah.
And messenger of Allah.
Allahu Akbar. You're Muslim. We're do Arabic. Do it with me. Okay, I'm going to say it. You say it with me. Okay?
No, I'm going to sound like
no,
an idiot.
Don't worry about it. You're going to sound wonderful. Okay? Ashhadu.
Ashhadu.
La ilaha illallah. Illallah. Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Allahu Akbar. You said it perfect. Excellent. Now call your son and tell him we're both Muslim.
But yeah, I can't because I broke my phone yesterday. But I was just with him right now. I just left him. He only lives in White City. But he's come back to me tomorrow.
So tomorrow when you see him,
his Quran, I'll leave it on his bed.
Tomorrow, I'm going to give you a Quran for you as well.
Yes, yeah.
Tomorrow when you see him, tell him we're both Muslim. And you're going to be on a spiritual journey
like
together. I'll send the video to you, don't worry, right? Now you are on a journey together. Tonight, when you go home, take a shower, cleanse yourself, and pray to the one Creator. Thank God for guiding you. And say, I submit myself, my Creator, the one who created me, the one who created the universe, the one who gave me life, I submit it. Show me the right way. Guide me, give me peace. Fix my mental state, fix my worldly state, fix my spiritual state. Allah will guide you.
And you think He can do that?
Of course, I've seen it myself in my own life. If you knew my story, you'd be shocked. It's online, you can look it up later, right? But Allah guides people. And Allah brought you here. I'm not from here, I'm from the US. I'm not even supposed to be here. My flight got missed, I'm stuck.
Oh
right?
no.
But it was for this that Allah brought us here.
Yeah.
Right? Here are gifts for you. And if you have...